All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Dave. This is different. It's been a little while, but we have a special guest here with us tonight, Steve-O.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's going on? What's going on?
How you guys doing?
All right. Yeah, this is a weird thing. I mean, we're on this channel, or which would be your old channel, and
yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we're just here to just chit chat about a couple things here that came up, and something that has been kind of going on in the past past 8 or 9 months, I want to say.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, since we all started working together, it just seems like there had been a lot of like bullying and harassment across the YouTube spectrum, as far as channels goes wise, between actually now pretty much the four of us. So
right.
Just anything from like the parents, people, someone, a certain individual, judging somebody off their appearance, and just it just goes on and on and on and on, and eventually it just comes to a point where a breaking point for a certain individual or whoever that may be, to where they're like, all right, I can't do this anymore, right? So I mean, I guess that's really why the purpose of like this live stream is just basically just to address that. And I mean, is there anything you guys want to add into that?
Yeah, I'll add a couple of things.
Sure.
And I've been on your channel probably 5 or 6 times in the last almost year. To come on and have some laughs about Dewitte, and for somehow I gotten dragged into this. Some people have had a lot of fun trying to say that I've got a channel, trying to expose my personal stuff, which I got nothing to hide, but I've walked away from this for quite a while, and I keep hearing about, there's another video up with your personal information getting plowed all over a certain YouTube channel, or somebody mentions your name every time they do a live stream, and it's like, okay, whatever, maybe he'll give up and go away eventually. So tonight I thought I would come on here and just join you in sort of solidarity with King's Palace and Steve, and I'll just get an opportunity to chit chat a little bit about what's been going on and what hasn't been going on. There's been a lot of things that have been said about me that are not true.
Right.
Saying that I've threatened people, saying that I've done a lot of things, and I try not to take things personally. I mean, there's a lot of things that have been going on in my life that is really nobody's business. But the last goddamn thing I have any interest in is anything to do with Jeremy Dewitte. But apparently, some people just can't leave it alone. So here I am. No, all right. That's my opening monologue there. So go ahead and take it.
Well, let's say from my point of view, I'm trying to get to where the drama and the BS just happened. I can say the root of this came from covering Jeremy Dewitte. And we all had our different lanes on, trying to cover him. Covering him did bring in views and like subscribers. Some people who did cover him didn't like some of the things that he did, or like some of the things that they heard about him doing. And, people started covering him based on things that was from the public, things that, like the news and everything was covering. So some of us guys, some of us guys covered it, but it seems like, there were a lot of people that was trying to join in to the hype and, make channels and do these type of things. And it became awkward. It became very like weird, because there's, there was someone where it felt as though that he wanted it to compete with people based on the content. And no one was really trying to do that. Everyone was in their own different lanes and trying to do that. But I just think in the midst of that, it brought jealousy to certain people. And then the jealousy came, and then the obsession came, and then the harassment, the cyberbullying, all of that stuff started to happen. And
Absolutely.
I'm going to go in more further in this, but I want to give other people like the opportunity to speak as well. But it became extremely weird. And I could say this truthfully, that we never tried to really entertain the BS. You know, it just seems like the more you ignore, the more it kept coming and kept coming and kept coming and kept coming and kept coming, you know? And this specific person was doing this because he was hidden. He felt as though that he was hidden. There's no face, just a voice, no location, that it was okay to do that, you know? And I'm just going to say, from the beginning to now, everything is documented. So I'm going to give someone else a chance to speak.
Okay. You want me to go?
Sure.
All right, guys. So what's up? I know it's been a while. I just want to let everybody know that I am going to be starting up another channel in March. It's already created. I'm not going to talk too much about that tonight. Just want to let you guys know that I did take a break from YouTube because I got a lot of personal things going on, which I'm not going to mention either tonight. I'll mention that in one of my first videos. But I have to agree with you, TKP and Buddy. You know, it blows my mind that, you know, we all came on here as content creators for one thing, you know, I mean, obviously one hot topic, which was Jeremy Dewitte. But then...
Hold on. I didn't come on here as a content creator.
What's that?
To hang out with a friend of mine who was a content creator, just as
right. But what really bothers me, and TKP hit it right on the point, is like the drama went to a level that I never expected it to go to. And here's the other thing that blows my mind. We're all grown adults. Everybody on YouTube, for the most part, I mean, that makes videos about DeWitt or police impersonation or sovereign citizens, whatever it is. I mean, grow the hell up already, you know? We're not in elementary school anymore, you know? And it just absolutely blows my mind that we have people out there, one person in particular that I could think of, but everybody just thrives for some reason off of the damn drama. And I will tell you guys, had I known that there was so much effing drama before I started my YouTube channel, I don't think I ever would have done it. I don't think I ever would have got into it, you know. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff out there, you know, and then people copy and stuff like that, and then they want to start drama, and then there's wars back and forth, videos being made about one another, copyright strikes. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the point I'm trying to make is grow the fuck up, people. Excuse my language. Like, I mean, it's just too much of it out there, you know?
Right.
It's just absolutely ridiculous. So that's just kind of my opening. You know, obviously I do have some other things to talk about, and we can, I guess, cover that in a little bit. But it just blows my mind. It really blows my mind. And then also the backstabbing that goes on, let me go get this information, let me pretend to be this person's friend, get information, but then I'm going to go run and tell this person so I can spread drama and lies and bullshit.
And what's the end result? What is anybody going to gain from that?
Exactly.
I mean, just like, you know, there was a video made about me a couple weeks ago where, you know, they're saying, you know, going back on something that I had said online where I said, I don't have a YouTube channel. Well, I don't anymore because I had some creepo downloading fucking videos that I took with my family at the beach years ago, or me starting up an engine in my garage, or you know, working on a motorcycle or a generator, or, you know, I had a YouTube channel that was private. Right. that I put different projects on so I could send it to friends and family. Hey, check this out. You know, that thing you helped me work on here a couple months ago. I got it running, or I put this in my truck. I got it running. Or, hey, here's a motorcycle that I converted to electronic ignition. No, but then we're going to go and we're going to download these things to an external drive or whatever and pull them out literally like 10 years after they're made, and somehow sling dirt at me for fixing something complex mechanical like 10 years ago. Okay, again, you're proving that I can fix things and I'm somewhat creative and talented mechanically. I mean, okay, great. But I mean, not to cut you off, Steve, but I just want to get this point across. This individual, owns a toll-free telephone number.org organization where he sells wholesale business phone lines, right? Who the hell buys 800 numbers anymore? Well, it's probably dying off and they got to find something else to monetize on. Oh, let's make up a bunch of YouTube crap.
Yeah.
But you chose a subject that is dying off and going nowhere. So I guess that's the next thing. Start trolling on the other people that have made similar content. I mean, what's the fucking end game? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
And I want to piggyback off something you mentioned too. You made some very good points there. But what I want to piggyback off of real quick is, I'm sorry, when you start getting people's personal lives, like your family, involved, you're crossing the fucking line. Excuse my language again. That is taking it way, way too far.
That's what I was trying to get the point across. Now, you're right. Talking about people, family members. Now, see, what I noticed is that this clown has an issue with me for nothing. I don't know this person. I don't know him. We never crossed paths in life. Like, we never did anything like that. I think this all stemmed down because I didn't want to be his friend. I think I'm positive about that. I didn't want to be his friend. I didn't want to chit chat and do that. And that's my prerogative. I have the choice whether or not if I want to be your friend, or your friend. I don't have to have a conversation with you. Right. So it's like either you have this conversation or I'm just going to like attack you. And you're right. Bringing up family members, my deceased mother, brother, sister, my daughter, all different kinds of things. And it only leads to one or two people. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you try to get in, there's a few people that's involved with this, and you are messing up. And let's say, for instance, right, I was on live. They said something about my daughter, my mother, and all different kinds of stuff like that. They want me to spaz. They want me to go crazy. They want me to do that, and you're not going to get that reaction out of me. You're not going to get that.
Well,
you're not.
Unfortunately, they have seen you react, and that's why they're continuing to do it. But it's one of these things, and your content is actually kind of neat because you're just coming out here to shoot the breeze with some fellow people that come on your stream regularly every single time. You got like your double in, you got some of the other people that are always on there all the time, and they do it because they enjoy interacting with you. But the whole mentality behind getting into personal stuff and all of this stuff and attacking individuals, I mean, honestly, when we started covering up this Dewitte stuff, or covering this Dewitte stuff, I met Dave on a Facebook group, and we were chatting, and we decided that we would just sort of start going on the stream together because we interact so well, and we found a lot of common ground as far as friendship that we developed just in chit chatting, right? So we decided to get on the streams together. We both had an interest in the craziness that goes on, typical Florida man, Florida man Dewitte, right? And then so we started joining the live stream with Steve, and then we got you on there, TKP, and we all started just becoming friends because we had a common interest. And then with this guy digging at us and attacking us, it just made us even closer and more, even more united. And
absolutely,
I don't know what the end goal is. It's just, again, what is he trying to get out of this? What does he think he's going to do with these fake, cease and desist and emails and everything else he's sending to you guys? It just seems a little weird to me. It just seems like it's somebody that has nothing to do or is literally out. I mean, I could see this if it was somebody that was like, I don't know, mentally unstable, disabled, couldn't leave the house, had some physical disability, and that was his outlet to the world. But even then, you'd go to the guy and you'd say, hey, man, there's a lot better way to connect with people than what you're doing. You can't reason with this guy. I think everybody here has tried to reason with this guy at some level, and it's just showing that it doesn't work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I wanted to add in there too. I mean, leading up today, I was like, I guess the most recent events where everybody somewhat, I guess, when it kind of got that an email from this anonymous person that had information on them, right? It's like every email that I ever get on my channel email address, and you guys will 100% agree. You look at, and it's just like, it's from this email address I've never heard before, and that's the first thing you go back to. It's just bogus, right? I mean, like, you're just like, okay, and like constantly trying to pin everybody against each other. So it's like, and then all of a sudden I get this email just over a month ago about that individual who's doing all this. I'm like, what are you even talking about, dude? I don't really care, but then I guess like he's like, so basically that individual decided, thought I obviously was taking a pass on it, and then I get like a video that had already been released. And then I go to watch it, and I download it on my Google Drive, and then somebody on a Facebook group saw the video, but then once it was taken down, they wanted to see it. So I'm like, oh yeah, here's the link, have at it, look at this video that I saw, or whatever that was sent to me, and everybody else has already seen. It's already been out there, and it was in my drive. And then all of a sudden, now he's attacking me, threatening me. Like,
wow,
he called me the other day, and was like, I'm like, okay, well, I pretty much just laid it out how it was with all the harassment and everything. And in the phone call, he threatens me. He says, "You're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt. Okay,
wow.
Or you're gonna hurt." I'm like, okay, and then he just hangs up. And then I get an email from him, like, basically, and I'll put it up here on the screen because I don't care. A ransom email. Pretty much, this is what it is. Nobody talked. We didn't talk about your dog at all. None of that. And then here we go. And then right here, it's like a ransom. 48 hours to make a public apology about what? Airs what? Because I had a public video that was already out, and somebody wanted to see it. They had already saw it before. I'm like, oh, here, check it out again.
Whatever. You should read that too.
Yeah,
right.
Read that email.
No, I'll just scroll it so everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
you could probably pin it in the description too.
Yeah, and then and then at the bottom, like I didn't put the whole damn thing in there because it was a lot. But like he sends me a transcript after with with our whole transcript. It's like, dude, I'm like, you're pretty much like wiretapping at that point. Like, I don't think he knows. And then he, like, this is not what he totally said. Well, you can't read it, but it says legally hurt, and he added that in on the back end of it. But I don't know, he might want to check the laws out wherever he's at, because I'm pretty sure it's a two-party state, and so you must comply with that. But still, I mean, that's being looked into besides this. And you guys know me, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So, but I'm, it's definitely being looked into. But it's like, what are you getting, like, from like any of it? It's like he wanted me to play like a double agent to go, oh, here, why don't you be friends with these guys and report back to me? It's like, dude,
yeah,
I want nothing to do with any of it. I don't care.
And that goes back to what Buddy was saying too. Like, what's the end result here? Like, what is the end prerogative?
Yeah, and like, like Steve, then didn't somebody contact you today?
Actually, I got contacted last night by the same individual that wanted me to do an interview with him for 90 minutes and pay me $300 to basically report our friendship, mine, Dave, Buddy, and TKP's. And I'm not going to do that, not for any amount of money. So then it turned into, well, let's just talk about you and where you've been and that type of thing. Anyway, the long story is that interview never happened, but there comes a point in time where you just become seriously invested and just over the top. I'm trying to find the right word, but like obsessed, basically.
Yes, that's the proper word.
Absolutely obsessed with this guy that's in freaking prison. We covered it. We made videos. I mean, it just blows my mind. And I've gotten threats too. I've gotten text messages. And and I'll cover those when I start making my videos because they're all saved on my laptop. But I mean, it just, you know, at a certain point in time, I mean, you really just cross the line, you know, especially like when you were talking about your Google Drive being dropped into Reddit. I mean, seriously? That's absolutely crazy. And I think you hit it right on the nose with the wiretapping. A lot of people don't know this, but that is a felony. Not every state is a one-party consent state. Like Florida, we're a two-party consent state also. So, you know, there's just so many things that lead up to this. And it absolutely blows my mind the level that these people go, you know, or this individual goes. And I truly believe there are more people out there that are doing the groundwork for this individual. What I mean by that is getting information, going back, running it back to this individual to feed him the information. And then that's where all this drama and all this crap starts, you know. Right. Honestly, if that individual has questions or a problem or anything, my thoughts and common sense, go to that person and talk to them. You know, don't sit here and make assumptions. Oh, this guy's on drugs. I mean, how many times have I been accused of being on drugs, guys? You know, and I'm just using that as an example. But the list just goes on and on and on, because all four of us have at one point in time had a video made about us, have been talked crap about. I mean, I could tell you countless videos that have been made about me from this individual, you know. But it's like, grow the fuck up, honestly. Just grow up, you know.
Yeah, I think that is he is not capable of growing up. There's something mentally wrong with him.
Right.
It is obvious that there's something seriously wrong with him. Not near one of us ever did anything to him, threatened him, harassed him, cyberbullied him. We never did anything like that to him.
Right. Well, hold on. I got to interject there for a minute. You know, there was a whole bunch said about me making up some sock accounts and saying some things online. And, you know, it comes back to this. Where did I get that idea? Oh, yeah, that's right. Somebody did that on every one of the live streams that we went on. And somebody continued to do it on all the videos that you were putting out, TKP and Steve. And, you know, I kind of took the example and I sort of fought fire with fire to a small degree, but never even, you know, more than a, you know, very, very small fraction of what this guy does around the clock every day. I mean, can you imagine trying to keep all that straight? I'm assuming there's probably like an Excel spreadsheet with login information for all these accounts. And I'm just picturing like 20 laptops set up with VPNs. And he's, okay, I'm going to scroll over to this one and I'm going to save this from this person. I'm going to go to that person. And I'm going to go, I read it over here. And oh shit, I put the wrong thing on the wrong Reddit account. I got to go walk that back real quick. I mean, could you imagine? Okay, first of all, the stress involved with doing that. I mean, I work 2 or 3 computers and 3 monitors in addition to them all day long at work. But I couldn't imagine trying to keep, oh shit, which computer do I have my email up on and which one do I have my work applications on? I could not imagine what goes into trying to juggle 20 or 30 or whatever accounts you're trying to run and all that, and trying to keep the thing, you know, linear for, you know, harassing different people and, oh, what did I tell this guy and what name am I using for this channel? I mean, come on, dude. Grow the fuck up already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just takes it to the next level of insanity. You know, just crazy, just absolutely ridiculous. You know.
yeah, man. People just sick and tired of it. And I know what he think his end goal is. He want people to react and go crazy and do a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that. Yeah. The whole thing is this: the cat's out the bag. Yep. You get what I'm saying? You're putting people private names. You sitting up here searching for people, private family members. You're downloading hundreds of videos from people's YouTube channel. Listen, if that's not obsessive or something is seriously wrong with you, like, come on, you know. Yeah. And he's he's doing this because he think people don't know who he is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, just to kind of go back off that too, it's like, congratulations, yeah, you might be the #1 channel for this particular content, meaning DeWitte.
And nobody
You
care
know,
about
have
no
at
DeWitte,
it. But
man.
why do you
Over.
need to? Why do you need to keep? Yeah, exactly. But why do you need to keep on trying to cause the drama when you have all these videos you keep releasing? You know, the body cam, all of it. You know.
Well,
But I guess that's just how some people get their jollies.
Constant dig at Jennifer Burton. I mean, okay, she was a character, right? But the show got canceled 4 months ago now. I mean, give it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you and then you know he's writing letters to Jeremy in jail. He's trying to find out a whole bunch of information. He only got at least 5 or 6 videos of just normal stuff, and then a whole hundreds and hundreds of videos about him. Of course, you're going to be #1 with making Jeremy DeWitte content when no one else is making Jeremy DeWitte content. If I was making like just videos specifically on pink crayons or something like that, or I'm trying to analyze it, I'm going to be the #1 because there's no one making videos about that. So
exactly,
you can have that. I believe that all of us that's here, we played an important part in like doing this, you know, with like covering Jeremy. Like I said before, when I started my channel, I did not start with the Jeremy DeWitte, and it's not going to end with Jeremy DeWitte. But
just give it up. I mean, okay. Anybody here say I if you give 1/2 of a shit about DeWitte at this point? Exactly. Nobody cares.
I just want to plug in this here real quick. Jay over at Real World, he's the ringmaster of the DeWitte content. He's the one that gave us something to, you know, kind of like do live streams off of. So shout out to him.
Mm-hmm. He's been great. I've never interacted with him personally, but I have seen some of the communication that you've had with him. And that guy's a stand-up guy. I mean, here's a perfect example of a guy that has covered that guy to a pretty great extent, right? You don't see him going into people's live streams. You don't see him pulling up people's LinkedIn profile and smearing it all over the internet and trying to make people think I'm a whatever he's trying to paint me out. I mean, or any of us, right? You don't see any of that. And that's the difference between a professional and a hack.
You know, it's actually, when you think about it and you put everything into perspective, not only is it creepy as hell, but it's scary as hell when you think about it, man.
Right. Yeah, dude, Steve, you're 100% right.
You don't know who's going to show up at your doorstep with the way this individual is acting and the people that he has working for him. I mean, you just don't know.
Well, I'm going to say this publicly. It'd be a real bad idea to come to my house.
Well,
same here.
Because I'm going to give them their choice of, I'm not going to say it on the internet, but you know what I mean.
the interwebs.
Yeah. And then too, the crazy thing about it is threatening emails, people trying to make fake text messages and pretending it's me on there, calling me, calling my phone on block, calling me N-words, all different kinds of stuff, texting me, calling me all different types of it's like we know who is behind it.
Absolutely.
This never started until you started it.
Right.
And the cat's out the bag. You think people don't know who you are.
Right.
But you've done this to many people. You've done this to many people. You may have done it to us more, but you've done it to certain people. And I was trying to tell people, not a lot of people is going to be as nice as us and just try to look past it. Oh man, just let him do his thing, ignore him. You've done it to certain people too. And like I said, the cat's out the bag. We know who you are now, man. Like just stop it, man.
Exactly.
Move on to something new. I mean, just hang it up. I mean, the 800 business is probably going down the tubes. DeWitte's not creating any more new content. I mean, go find something new. What's something new in the market? I mean, go obsess over something you can actually make money on that actually has a future to it. I mean,
go for a walk. Go out, socialize in the world.
Yeah, start getting into the electric car business. Something that people are moving into, not something that's coming to an end. Don't go out and start, trying to get people to buy coal, because it probably isn't going to be around for a whole lot longer.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, it's just, at some point in time, I mean, the line has to be drawn, and
It already has, and there's already things in motion. There's things in play.
Yeah, good. So
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
We have to give a big shout out to our network forensics guy that provided a whole lot of that data to us. That was huge.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like, I mean, I obviously try to stay away from as far as possible. And like I said, when I got that email, I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. And then all of a sudden, like, I get a video, I watch it on my freaking thing, my Dropbox or not Dropbox, freaking Google Drive, and
right,
like, and I shared it to one, like, for somebody already saw it, and then I don't even know what they did with it, but it ended up on freaking Reddit, and now, and I start getting tagged, harassed, threatened, wiretapped, and here's the transcript of it right here. So it's just, it's like, don't you realize, like, that may have been taking place in a one-party state. Well, this was actually, I'm sorry, let me back it up. This took place recorded from a two-party state. So without my knowledge.
Absolutely.
So,
without your knowledge?
Without my knowledge. Period.
Yeah, that's
and then it was it was sent over to me. So, like, by obviously said individual. So I'm like, all right, really? You just did this? All right, okay. I mean, I was actually kind of blindsided by it, but like with the random phone numbers, it kept calling me, like, like everybody else gets all those random dummy fake phone numbers. I saw a number. Okay, I'm like, I'm just gonna pick it up. I was on break, so I pick it up, and like right away. I mean, I knew who it was, so it's like whatever. I'm like, I'm working. I have a job, like, during the day, like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on. It's like we all have jobs. We all have lives. There's not enough hours in a day to do what this person's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I would be fired from my job.
It's sad.
Yeah, I'd be fired from my job. I wouldn't have internet or any of that, and so.
And again, it's really, really sad, man. It really is.
Yeah, super sad, man. Super sad. I don't know if he thinking like this here is like ruining people's lives or something, or we just can't sleep, or be like, oh my God, what is he gonna do next? Like, nobody not losing no sleep over this, but you're the only person that is losing sleep by just making documents and just boxes around different sayings with arrows pointing down to people's stuff. Like, you're the one that's going through all of this stuff, and you have no clue what you're doing. There's nothing. We've never ever done anything that was against the law. Never. Not threaten no one. Not nothing.
Right.
Never ever. This is the internet.
Right.
And I'm going to speak from my behalf. I never made a threat to no one. Never.
No, me neither. And then the other thing was that, okay, if you think you're going to take all of us to court and, get us subpoenaed or whatever you think you're going to do it.
Yeah,
right?
please do.
Quit talking about it. Let's get it in front of a judge, and then you can get laughed out of court, and then we'll come back and show you some punitive damages, and we'll all move on and just, live a happy life after that. But
absolutely,
that's not how you roll.
Yeah. If you're going to do something, just
go get it done.
Isn't that what Nike's slogan is? Just do it. Yeah.
You go ahead and just do it.
I mean, because
everything is documented. Every single thing from the beginning to the end, it is documented. And for instance, with the wiretap thing, man, you can't do that, man.
No, that's a felony. You
get what I'm saying? And then you threatening that you're going to hurt people, and you got 48 hours to do this, or that's like,
Yeah,
48 hours to do what?
It's like, what are you?
It's a ransom.
Yeah, like, are you a damn terrorist or bank robber? I mean, what are you doing? Like, you know?
Yeah, we just go. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm pretty much done with it. Listen, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I've said this from day one. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to ever want to talk to you. I'm not going to keep responding to any emails. You can send as many emails as you want. I told you before, it goes to the trash. I'm not going to respond to you. You got yourself in a situation that you're not going to be able to get yourself out of.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I don't wish any harm to you. I don't want anything to happen to you. I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to do anything. I don't even know you. You get what I'm saying? But the cat's out the bag, man.
Exactly.
So
and I say,
keep on going, or you can stop. Which one?
Right.
You know?
And I'm the same way. And I've had to block the individual because of the continuous texts, the emails, the phone calls, late at night, 2 a.m, whatever it is. You know, you get what I'm saying. So. And,
yeah, and, you know, I've been out of this, and I want nothing to do with it. And you know, I understand that some people think that I'm involved with whatever's going on social media or Reddit or whatever. I got nothing to do with it. I got a full-time job. I don't have time for this shit. Leave me out of it. And if you can't leave me out of it, I'm going to hire somebody to keep me out of it. And you're not going to like the way that it ends. That's just real plain simple English there. But I have staff that I can count on. And if I have to, I will go that route. And I don't want to, and I don't think you want me to either, because it'll get real ugly real quick.
Right.
So hopefully we can just end this. Hopefully this never comes up again. I don't have an optimistic feeling about it, but if you know, if it has to go that way, it does. It's going to get messy and it's going to get expensive.
You know, and I like to close too with my part of, you know, and I always like to use this is the ball's in your court. You know.
Absolutely.
Right. The ball's in your court. Whatever actions and whatever you do moving forward from this point, that's on you. I'm not going to make threats, but if legal action needs to be taken down the road, will be. You know?
Yeah.
Especially if somebody shows up at my door or handing or work or anything. You know, it's just.
Well, to me, the line has been crossed. There's no more crossing that you can do. You already crossed the line majorly. So,
absolutely.
You know, and I just have nothing else to say about it. No one here wish you any harm, any type of harm.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, too, man. I just want to apologize, you know, on my behalf for not you know, responding to the live stream comments. You know, I just wanted to make sure, you know.
Yeah,
we get this out the way.
Same here.
Right. Yeah. Same. Absolutely here. You know, I don't wish any harm on anybody whatsoever. You know, exactly what you guys were saying. You know, that's whatever. Shame on me for having a video somebody sent me that had been already public. Right. In my Google Drive. So whatever. It is what it is. But you know,
right.
Hopefully, this reaches people, you know, outreach here, this video. That way people can just be like, you know, just, I don't know, everybody just kind of needs to move on and do their own thing. Like, you know, we have been doing.
Right.
Just whatever. And hopefully the person behind whoever, I don't know, what war he started with, he's in with, you know, the whole situation, you know, hopefully they can just move on too. So.
Right.
Yeah, I think I know the video you're talking about. Is that the one that came from the web archive? That's kind of the long version of the abbreviated version that's on this particular channel right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it came from the public domain. It's not like it's a copyright infringement. It's from the internet, and it's not like it's being used to monetize, you know, to make money off of. It was literally a discussion point that was brought from a viewer that you know, was found in a pretty easy internet search. I mean, it's there. It's not like there's anything to hide. It's not like it's being reproduced for commercial purposes.
Right. Yeah. Exactly, dude. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. But I just thought that was a little ironic. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like, all right, whatever, dude. I don't give two shits, dude. I don't care. But I think that's going to do it here, guys.
Okay.
So, you know, look, we'll do something some other time, I guess, in, you know, a different type of format. So
that sounds good.
Absolutely. So I want to thank Steve, you know, buddy, and King.
Thank you guys. And
good to be back with you guys all again.
I will be back very soon.
Oh,
I'm
bye-bye.
anticipating March. So,
All right, later, guys.
all
All
right.
right.
Take
Yeah.
care, guys.